We're at Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're going to take you on a walking tour this morning. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here and you enjoy Myrtle Beach videos, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss anything new. And a big shout out to our subscribers. We really appreciate you. So here's the Simpsons 4D Theater and also the Quickie Mart. And a tip on the Quickie Mart is that you don't have to have a ticket to the theater to go in there, and it's a pretty cool themed gift shop if you're a Simpsons fan. So that's something you can just go in for free basically, unless you buy anything. There's Joe's Crab Shack, which is a place that Brian and I definitely enjoy eating. We have a video eating there. I will link that in the description below. Next up we've got Rack Room Shoes, which that has been here for a very long time. That's one of the big stores that's been here for many years. So if you're wondering where the people are, this is before they open. It's not quite open yet. It's easier to walk around when there's fewer people. Got the Hollywood heroes and villains. It's a beautiful, as you can see, clear day here in Myrtle Beach. Do you enjoy coming to Broadway at the beach? Is it your favorite place to shop or for entertainment or for restaurants at Myrtle Beach? Or do you prefer, say, Barefoot Landing or Market Common or Tanger Outlets? Let us know in the comments below which you enjoy the most. I think for us, Broadway is definitely our favorite place to walk around. Like, we just enjoy walking here even if we're not shopping, just like this morning. Just a really, attractive layout. The landscaping's nice. And there's definitely a ton to see and do here year-round. Some of the rides sort of temporarily close during the off-season, but most of Broadway stays open year-round. Sometimes the hours go down a little bit for things, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's pretty much open as usual, business as usual. There's Sweet Carolina. Someone mentioned that they enjoyed eating there. We have not eaten there yet. We've got the sort of barbecue, Carolina barbecue. There's Yamamoto Steakhouse, which is a Japanese steakhouse. And unless they've changed their hours, they are only open for dinner, not for lunch. And I mean, that's year-round. That's all the time. Fudgery is always popular. Have you ever come to Broadway just like we do, just to walk around for the fun of it and, not really to shop or to, do the entertainment, but just for fun? Also, what is your favorite place to eat at Broadway? Not sure for us. I know we like Joe's Crab Shack. I like the Hard Rock Cafe, but that's because I like the burgers. And if you're not familiar, Brian does not eat burgers, so I think I'm the one that prefers that. But there's a lot of good places to eat here. There's Landry's, like all kinds of different options. And right down here is Pavilion Central, where they've got the bigger extreme thrill rides. That's the Beast XXL over there. Brian really enjoys it. Speed XXL, which Brian also enjoys. Got the giant slide. You've got some swings, some spinners. Here's the Build-A-Bear, the Mole Hole, and then right over there you can walk across to get to the Avenue District, but we're also gonna go by the Avenue District once we make the full loop around. Always love seeing this beautiful Ferris wheel. Been so happy since they added it because it really does add a lot to just the look. There's Retroactive, there's 2 of these stores, and it's very popular. It's a lot of fun stuff. We definitely like the retro stuff they have in there. It's fun to look around. Savannah Bee Company, Tinderbox, and then still no news on what's gonna come into the Liberty. That's a huge venue, so hopefully once things start picking up again and things get back closer to normal, we'll have some news on what's coming in there. Vintage House, it's collectibles, all kinds of pop culture. T-shirt company. Ben & Jerry's, always popular. And it's interesting how they've moved their outside tables out here to the middle. I think they used to be closer to the building. Toyland, and I think there's 2 of those as well as you walk around Broadway. And over here is the Grumpy Monk. That would be another place we actually really enjoy. And they have a huge craft beer selection that rotates. So if you like craft beer, definitely a place to check out. We have a video of that. I will link that in the description below. Flip-flop shops. Masters Edition Fine Art Gallery. There's a Tervis shop. Man Cave. And then this is Pavilion West. And there are more, I'd say, family-friendly rides on this end. There's a drop tower, so I guess that's a bit of a thrill ride. And if you're afraid of heights, I guess the Ferris wheel could be a thrill ride, but that's a very enclosed and calm Ferris wheel. It's not one of those that swings crazy or anything. It's a fun ride. We also have a video of that I'll link in the description below. We filmed the whole ride so you can see what it looks like. So you can see some of the other rides. They've got carousel and also some kid-friendly rides. So I'd say this is the more family-friendly ride section. And then we're coming up on both WonderWorks and also the rope course, which is a sort of affiliated with WonderWorks. The rope course is over here on the right. And then WonderWorks is the giant upside down building. Wow, it's all lit up by the sun. It's a really good time of day for that. And that's a lot of fun. We took our nephews there, and it's a fun kind of, definitely family friendly. I'd call it edutainment. That's about the best way to describe it. It's a little entertainment, a little educational. There's a view back across the lake at Broadway. Beautiful day, beautiful view this morning. And then the lake's also over here. And I assume they'll bring it back this year. In the summer, they have some little, I guess you call them swan boats. They have some little boats over here that you can rent to paddle around in the lake, which is a lot of fun. There's the back of Ron John's surf shop. And we're coming up on area with a couple of restaurants. You've got Extreme Pizza up here on the right. And then the bigger restaurant we're coming up to is Landry's, and I'll show that better when we get all the way up there. Now we're up to Landry's, and they have seafood, but they also have other things. So if you're not a seafood fan, they do have other options. It's a nice big restaurant. We have the Mirror Maze, escape games. Looks like they're doing a little power washing up here, so we will have to detour around that. Or they might even be removing the paint to repaint the cement, so we definitely will have to steer clear of that. There's the front of Ron John's. Then we're going to take a little detour to get around this, and we'll be right back with you. All right, we did a little detour in the parking lot to get around the power washer. There's King Kong Sushi, Mr. Ducks, Aunt Annie's, Wet Willie's, and here's a fairly new store. This opened in last year in 2020, Ice Cream Candy. And we are now getting up to what is commonly referred to as the Avenue. Has sort of the bar restaurant district of Broadway at the beach. You've got Seymour Frogs, Charlie's, and Fat Tuesday right here. You've got this beautiful fountain coming up. And do have sad news. We reported it in a previous tour, but Johnny Rockets is no more. It permanently closed down. Probably a victim of the circumstances of this year, but it's sad to see it go. There's the Hard Rock Cafe, which that's what I mentioned before that I enjoy. They really do have some good burgers there if you're a burger fan. American Tap House. And then we'll just take a little look down the avenue. You've got Wahlburgers, and then if you see on the right, Malibu and Celebrations, all of that to the right, that is closed down. But right around the corner there, you've got Melt, which is a wood-fired pizza. And I think they have sandwiches and melts also. Dave & Buster's, of course, Bar Louie, and Crocodile Rocks. So there's quite a few things up and down. And also there's a comedy club around the corner to the left down there. There's that lovely fountain. But yeah, we're sad to see Johnny Rockets go. That's actually not somewhere that we actually went. But it was always fun. They do the dancing and they would be out here. You know, they used to have a guy that dressed up like a milkshake and would walk around out here. It's just fun. And, you know, added to the atmosphere. So it's a bummer to see that they have closed. And then this actually closed down before all the craziness started. This was the Key West Grill, and they haven't announced a replacement for that either. So that's still closed down. There's Leggings Park. And you got Ride Makers up here. Lots of cleaning going on today. They do keep it, Broadway, really well maintained. It always looks nice. Got Del Sol, Kiraloha, and Claire's, and the Stupid Factory. And if you're wondering what the Stupid Factory is, it's mostly funny t-shirts. There's a nice view out over the water, and wow, there's a ton of birds over there on that dock. Got some ducks in the water right here. And here is the playground at Broadway. And a good placement right across from Toys-R-Us. That's the second Toys-R-Us. It's a pretty good sized playground. And then this used to be Victoria's Secret. No announcement on what is going back in there. Again, that's been closed for a long time. That's not a new closure. Frappa Joe is a permanent kiosk. Most of the kiosks come down certain times of the year, but that one is up year round. Krabby Jack's General Store. Paula Deen's Family Kitchen, which is huge. It's a massive 2-story restaurant. And right across the way there, we'll get a closer view, but that is the aquarium, which, as you can see from this angle, is huge. It really is. They have a fantastic penguin habitat. We have a video on that when it just opened. I will link that. It opened last year. It's really fantastic. Highly recommend it. And then quite a few shops along here. We've got Ben & Jerry's. So that's Ben & Jerry's number 2. Here's Retroactive number 2.
Actually, different generations.
Really? That's interesting. So what was the other generation?
70s, 80s, and 90s. The other one is 90s and up.
Interesting. That's actually pretty smart. So if you couldn't hear Brian, he said this one is 70s, 80s, and 90s for the Retroactive store, and that the one across was 90s and up. So that's actually really smart. And also good to know. Because it's funny, we always go in this one, and now I know why, because that's our youth years. So that's funny. Splash Fresh Bath and Body, Palmetto Paradise, and then right before the aquarium you got the Silver Shack on the end. Another view of this beautiful lake. Looking back towards the Ferris wheel. And then probably Brian and I's mutual favorite attraction, Ripley's Aquarium. We actually really enjoy it. It's always a good time. Got these cute penguin topiaries out front. It's just a lot of fun. Lots to do in there. It's pretty big. There's that nice view back towards the Ferris wheel. This is the section that used to be Pavilion East Rides, the movie theater, Magic Quest, Dragon's Lair Golf. And as you can see, they still have not started construction. They did put that wooden fence up instead of the chain link fence. And so I thought, oh, maybe they're about to start, but no, they still have not started. That's been up for a while and they still haven't started any construction. It's still in the same state. It's going to be really nice when it opens. They're going to have Key West Grill, sorry, not Key West Grill, Key West Shopping, and also the Hangout, which is like a bar restaurant. Over there is the Hampton Inn, and over there is the Margaritaville, and there's also a few shops over there behind Margaritaville. And this field right here was also part of Dragon's Lair Golf, and you can see the boat with the putting green still on it from Dragon's Lair Golf. They still left that remnant. I don't know if they're going to keep that permanently or just for now. So there's the Hangout, the concept art, and like I said, they're also going to have, I'll show you the sign for that when we get to it, the Key West Shopping District. If you're not familiar, each shopping area here has a theme. Like I think this one up here is New England Shops, that's right down there that we started with. So here's the Key West Village, and then right now this, what used to be the 3D theater and then was a magic show, that is still empty, and we don't know what's coming there next. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.